What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jake here. Today's topic is going to be over Tom Clancy's The Division with only 2 months left. About a month, basically. A month and a half, I could say, because it does come out March 8th. I'm just going to be talking about my expectations and if I personally think the game is going to succeed or not. They recently came out with a character customization trailer, or not a trailer, but the gameplay of character customization. I think Angry Joe plays with one of the devs of the game, one of the makers and creators, and he said when Angry Joe was playing that there was only like 6 different presets for each thing, and you can add jewelry onto your ear. You can add jewelry onto your guy or your girl. You can add earrings. You can add battle scars, and they said they really wanted to enforce the the aspect of they want you to look like a New York City person, just an average, everyday New York City go-getter. I was looking at comments a long time ago and still now, and people think the game's gonna fail. They do. They think the game's gonna fail. They think it's gonna be like a one of those games that everybody's gonna kind of team up on somebody, and then everybody's gonna take each other's loot, and that's kind of what the game's going towards. Because if you guys don't know about the game, The Division, it's basically a rundown New York City in the winter, and it's supposedly a free roam New York City, but it's not really a free roam. That's what kind of pissed people off, was the fact that it's not full free roam. It's only within the aspect of the area that you're in, which is called the Dark Zone, and that's kind of where you scavenge your supplies, and then you'll have to fight off enemies, whether they're AI enemies or they're real life enemies. The playability needs to be great. It needs to be like a Destiny, where the game pulls you back. It makes you want to play more, and you'll be at school and you'll be like, man, I really want to, I can't wait to get home so I can play The Division. Nothing grabbed me like that until Destiny came out. Fallout 4 was the same way. I take online classes anyway, but I could imagine that I could be at school and I'd watch gameplay because I want to play the game so bad when I get home. So if The Division has no clunky bugs, if the gameplay isn't clunky like how Ghost Recon Future Soldier was, and I'm not comparing that because Ghost Recon Wildlands is gonna drop later this year or in 2017, early 2017, but if it's kind of clunky like how Future Soldier was, I'm going to be very disappointed. But the way it looks, it does not look like it's going to be clunky. I can't say clunky. I don't think it's going to be clunky like that. That's how, if The Division is like that, I do think that this game is going to be great. I think it's going to be a masterpiece anyway. But if it does what I think it's going to do, then it'll be better than a masterpiece. And I hope it does that within the aspect of, I hope it proves all the haters wrong. And if it doesn't, then it's going to prove me wrong, and I'm going to be really fucking disappointed because I'm getting the $100 gold edition. But the multiplayer, if the multiplayer hits, and it's a lot of fun, and it's really addictive, then I do think the game could be runner-up or contender for Game of the Year for 2016. That leads me to the next topic of how the game can fail or succeed. If the DLC is good fucking DLC, if it's this evolved DLC where the DLC kind of sucks and it's kind of runny between the edges, then that's just going to make the game worse, and it's going to make the game look worse in a reviewer's point of view. If it comes with solid DLC, customizable weapons, maybe some different face paint, some different jewelry, some different character customization things within the aspect of the DLC, it'll make a big impression, and I think it'll make a big impression to the fact that people will really enjoy the game because the game will be good and the DLC will be good. Before I end the video, I still got some stuff to talk about. Before I end the video, I want to know what you guys think about The Division. Do you guys think it's going to be a good game, or do you guys think it's going to be a bluff? I hope it lives up to the hype, because if it does, like I said before, I do think it could be a 2016 Game of the Year game, honestly. If I get bored within the first 2 hours, if it's repetitive, and if it's boring, because I know I'm going to have people to play with, but if it's repetitive and if it's boring even with people, then the game's going to be a bluff, and I do believe that it'll fail if it's like that. But if they put a lot of time into it, the character customization looks really great right now, and the aspect of the game and the looting system, that also looks really great right now. So I do hope that they do something with that, and I do hope that succeeds, because if that succeeds, then the rest of the game will kind of follow into the footsteps of that. That's kind of, I'm going to wrap that up with The Division. I'm definitely and most excitingly excited. That's a new one for me. That's a new one even for me. But as I said before, Comment down below if you guys are excited. Leave a like if you guys are excited. Hell, leave a dislike if you guys aren't excited. Actually, don't. And I hope you guys do all have a great and peaceful afternoon. And as always, guys, take care and peace out. Thanks.